Berserker has been one of the biggest LCS pickups and one of the craziest LCS stories over the past couple of years. Getting a top-tier Korean prospect and top-tier Korean player into, the North American League was a really, really big deal. It was something very unprecedented, and it obviously had some very high highs and some very big results. Now, it's not like Cloud9 won a world championship or anything like that, but they won some. They got an LCS title. Berserker got an MVP. Berserker got a Finals MVP. Things went well, and we also got to see, the work ethic, the style, and the dominance of what a top Korean prospect and top Korean player, not just a washed-up Korean player, whatever, can do in the LCS, and I think that was very, very cool. But now we're going to be entering into a new era, an era where it seems like, at least, that Berserker and Cloud9 are going to be splitting apart. That's what I want to talk about in this video today. We got this breaking from Sheep Esports about 3 or 4 days ago. Sources that Berserker was going to be set to leave Cloud9. This is from LEC Wooloo himself. What they say here is, following a difficult fourth place finish in the LCS, Berserker was going to be set to leave Cloud9 ahead of the 2025 season. Although the bot laner was contracted for 1 more year, sources are saying that the 21-year-old, interesting note there, 21-year-old AD carry has requested to leave the team after spending 3 years with them. And honestly, 3 years is maybe even longer than some people expected him to stay in the first place. So in some ways, it's actually very exciting. It was definitely a good and maybe disappointing at sometimes, but overall, I would say a successful tenure and just a successful look into, like I said, what a top Korean prospect can do in the LCS with an LCS coaching staff and teammates and players and league and all that stuff. You can still become, pretty damn good if you have your own work ethic and determination and just skill set as well. What was on paper one of the most exciting rosters of the offseason, the Cloud9 team fell flat. They had obviously a super team, kind of another failed LCS super team of Jojo Pune, Vulcan getting thrown into this Cloud9 roster, obviously joining Berserker, Blabber. They had this really, really star-studded lineup and team that seemed like it should be able to do some damage in the LCS, but obviously they did fall short. Unfortunately, as super teams often do, Berserker and his team faltered and struggled to even push for a world qualification. Aiming for the Sun and LCS Championship, Cloud9 flew too close to the Sun and burned itself. I love that writing. Finishing in 3rd place in spring, 4th place in summer, and narrowly missing out on the international circuit. As of now, this is interesting. This is from, obviously, Sheep. Neither Berserker nor Cloud9's plans are known. It is uncertain whether the AD carry will want to remain in North America or return to South Korea. So I know as soon as people heard that Berserker was going to be leaving Cloud9, a lot of people automatically assumed, oh, he's gone from NA. Okay, he's going to be going back to South Korea, but not so fast. It does seem like it is possible, at least potentially, that he could stay in the LCS. Obviously, he has now been in America for 3 years. I'm sure he has a lot of friends here. This is where he spent his adult life. Again, those years of 18 to 21, those are very formative. Those are very very big deal. Obviously, he's been working on his English. He's becoming more and more accustomed to the United States, and maybe he likes it over here. Maybe he has things going on over here. Maybe he enjoys it over here. Maybe he's worried about going back to the LCK and whether he'll be good enough in the grind and if he wants to live that life and that work ethic and blah 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 blah. Or maybe he wants to try again on another team in the LCS, or maybe he sees some things about the potential America's League or whatever's going on, who knows, blah blah blah. Or maybe the opportunities aren't going to be right in the LCK right away. Maybe he's not going to get the right offer, the right dollar amount from the right team, the right roster, whatever, who knows. But at least is potential or possible that Berserker could be staying in the LCS on another one of these teams. So that is a very, very interesting note that I think a lot of people were overlooking right at the beginning. Over the past 3 years, Berserker and his team won 2 titles, one in 22, one in 2023. We did get as well this tweet from Cloud9. Obviously, they got an MVP, a champion, and a living legend. We wish C9 Berserker nothing but the best as he takes the next step in his career, and you'll always be a part of the C9 family. And they did the thank you Berserker video, whatever. Porty, coming in and saying content team cooked with this transition, seeing Berserker when he started out, and then now Berserker when they're going to be parting ways. There's Berserker and his LCS championship trophy. A lot of cool things going on here. We also did have Berserker putting out his own statement on Twitter. He said, I don't know what to say because this is my first time leaving a team that's been around for a long time, but I can tell you that for sure I improved a lot game-wise and as a person. I think I've experienced joy, sadness, and anger for 3 years. I want to say thank you to Jack for giving me this opportunity and experience, and then thank you so much to the fans who supported me for the past 3 years and to the players who worked with me. I don't know what's going to happen next year, but I'd appreciate it if you guys cheer for me, and that's definitely a cool statement. We've gotten to see Berserker grow up in front of our eyes in a lot of ways over here in the LCS, and it's been very exciting, and I can't wait for sure what the future has in store for him. Obviously, this year did not go necessarily how he would have envisioned or how his team would have envisioned on a personal level. Berserker wasn't this dominant force in the LCS this year, but neither was Cloud9. He never really meshed well with Vulcan. We'll have to see what's going to happen going forward in the future. Again, Cloud9 has a ton of offseason question marks ahead of them, as does Berserker. But will he head to the LCK? Will he end up somewhere in the LCS? I don't know. We'll have to stay tuned to find out. But as always, I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. But at least for now, it does seem like Cloud9 and Berserker are officially parting ways now, with Berserker putting out a statement, Cloud9 putting out the video, and the offseason is just getting rolling. But that's pretty much it for this video today, guys. Hopefully catch you in the next one. Until then, peace.